is Oscar Gutierrez in the Health News. Today we will deal with different topics such as euthanasia and suicide. For this, we have data from the investigation carried out by our colleague Nuria Sanchez.
Good morning, my name is Nuria, and in this section we will analyze the result of surveys carried out in different groups of people regarding the issues of euthanasia, assisted suicide, abortion, and organ transplants. Going to the opinion of the people on these issues, a large number of them have expressed that despite being very controversial and somewhat sensitive issues, the majority agree since at the end of the account they are processes which will end up affecting the person who performs them, whether good or bad. And since it's a person's decision about their body, people believe that they are processes that should not be prohibited. But as in everything, there are also opinions against these issues. This is because there are people who, to give an example, believes that abortion should remain illegal, since based on the interviews conducted, it seems to many people a selfish and a careless act. But already in topics such as euthanasia and organ donation, there have been more opinions in favor of this being illegal, and same for the individual or individuals who carry it out, since this does not put in risk more than one or two people who are the ones who decide, contrary to the abortion that is performed with the intention of preventing a birth. Thank you.
Interesting information that our colleague Nuria shares with us. In terms of current news, one of the most important is happening in Spain right now, where a leftist party makes a change in laws regarding bioethics.
Vox will put obstacles in the autonomies to the right to abortion and euthanasia. We have to be very clever. We have to take small steps backwards and be aware that we cannot go from everything to nothing. With these words, the Madrid Regional Deputy, Gador Joya, summarizes Vox's strategy to eliminate the rights to abortion and euthanasia currently recognized in Spain. Vox is aware that both the right to the voluntary interruption of pregnancy and to a dignified death have every broad social support in Spain. The last surveyed by the Ipsos group September registered 59% support free abortion without further ado, requirement that the woman will. Regarding euthanasia, 64% of Spaniards are in favor to the new law, according to the 40B survey published on the 9th by El País and Cadena Ser. Although Vox rejects the state of the autonomies and proposes its abolition, it wants to take advantage of the fact that health competencies are transferred to autonomous communities where it has great influence and use all the tools at its disposal to make it difficult to apply both laws.
Alain Delon calls for assisted suicide. Legendary actor Alain Delon has made a drastic decision and called for assisted suicide. At 86 years old, after having suffered 2 strokes in 2019 and a year after the loss of his wife, Nathalie Delon, due to pancreatic cancer, he has asked his son Anthony to start the paperwork to fulfill his desire to end with his life. Delon spoke about assisted suicide in one of his last interviews and was totally in favor of a person being able to die if they so wish, to which the actor gave the following opinion. I am in favor of a dignified death. First, because I live in Switzerland, where euthanasia is legal, and also because I think it's the most logical and natural thing to do. A person has a right to live in peace, without going through hospitals, injection, and also on. Getting all sucks, and you can't do anything about it. To which he also commented, that seeing how that assist tries sitting in his wife and seeing he suffer from it, made him decide not to go through a similar process.
Wow, it is important to treat these type of issues seriously. In a few moments, we will return after the commercial break.
Pain doesn't care how old you are. or what color you are. Pain doesn't care if you live in a small town or in the spotlight. Pain doesn't care who you are or what you do. Pain has no limits. Neither should care. That means we need care without limits. Care at a higher level. Care like a parent with a newborn. Care like we took an oath. Care like risking your life to save someone else's. That means care that's strong, fast, and safe. That's care without limits.
Andrés Ortiz Oces, the priest and philosopher who died waiting the euthanasia. It is May 20 of 2021. He is 74 years old and has cancer with metastasis in the digestive system that has been chasing him for 4 years. With chemotherapy sessions, they leave him in depressed and constant unbearable pain, which he barely manages to drive away with morphine. A friend had proposed to him to go live in Netherlands, where he could exercise the right of the voluntary death, and that another had told him about a substance that could be purchased through in the internet, and that will provide him with a sweet dream that will end in arrest. In his last interview, he was asked how it is possible that euthanasia is being considered as an alternative when the ecclesiastical hierarchy is against it. To fail in this compositionate, authentic religion itself, it just face death. You know you are going to die. At my age, what can be done? I believe that evolution will come through compassionate humanism. 8 days after that interview and 7 before the euthanasia law comes into force in Spain, Andrés Ortiz Oces dies.
Thank you very much for joining us today. Tomorrow we will have last minute information. Good afternoon and thank you again.